The truth about winter range, the physics. No one explains. Your EV is not lying to you, but it is hiding something. In perfect summer conditions, your car promises 350 kilometers of range. In winter, you might barely reach 180. That's not a small drop. That's almost half your range, gone. So what's really happening? Is your battery degrading? Is fast charging killing it? Or is something deeper happening inside the chemistry itself? Today on Evcarix, we break down the real physics of EV winter range with data, thermodynamics, and real-world measurements. No marketing, no guesswork, just science. Let's start with temperature. Lithium-ion batteries operate most efficiently between 20 and 25 degrees Celsius. That's the thermal comfort zone. At this range, ion mobility inside the electrolyte is optimal. Internal resistance is low. Energy flows freely between the anode and cathode. Now drop the temperature to -5 degrees Celsius. Ion movement slows down dramatically. Electrochemical reactions become sluggish. Internal resistance increases. Voltage under load drops faster. What does that mean in practical terms? You cannot access the full capacity of your battery. Not because it's damaged, but because the battery management system protects it from stress. Cold batteries are fragile batteries. In our summer test at 23 degrees Celsius, average consumption measured 14.5 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. Real-world range reached approximately 350 kilometers. In identical driving conditions at -6 degrees Celsius, consumption jumped to 22.8 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. Real usable range dropped to between 150 and 200 kilometers. Same driver, same road, same speed. Nearly a 40 to 45% reduction. And here's what most drivers misunderstand. Only part of that loss comes from the battery itself. The bigger problem is energy demand. In winter, your EV is not just moving the car forward. It is actively fighting cold in 3 different systems. 1. Battery thermal management. 2. Cabin heating. 3. Reduced regenerative braking efficiency. Let's talk about heating. Gasoline vehicles recycle waste engine heat to warm the cabin. Electric vehicles do not have waste heat. They must generate it directly from battery energy. If your vehicle uses a PTC heater, it can draw between 3 and 6 kilowatts continuously. That is equivalent to driving at highway speed in terms of energy consumption. Heat pump systems are significantly more efficient because they transfer heat instead of generating it. In real-world testing, heat pumps can reduce winter heating consumption by up to 40%. This single hardware difference can mean a 30-kilometer range difference on a cold day. Now let's add another factor, regenerative braking. Cold batteries cannot accept high regenerative current. The battery management system limits regen to prevent lithium plating, a dangerous condition where metallic lithium forms on the anode surface during charging at low temperatures. Less regenerative braking means less energy recovery. That lost efficiency compounds over every kilometer. And then comes charging. At -5 degrees Celsius, fast charging speeds can drop by 30 to 50%. That is not a charger issue. It is a battery temperature issue. DC fast charging requires the battery to be within an optimal thermal window. If it is too cold, the system reduces charging current to protect cell integrity. This is why preconditioning matters. When you navigate to a fast charger using the built-in navigation system, many EVs actively heat the battery before arrival. This can dramatically improve charging speed and reduce waiting time. Short trips create the worst winter efficiency numbers. If your commute is only 5 to 10 kilometers, the car spends a large portion of that energy warming the battery and cabin. The system never stabilizes thermally. Longer trips improve efficiency because once the battery reaches operational temperature, internal resistance decreases and energy flow improves. So let's separate myth from reality. Winter range loss is real. It is not marketing exaggeration. It is not battery damage. It is thermodynamics. Drivers should realistically expect between 20 and 45% range reduction depending on outside temperature, heating system type, driving pattern, battery chemistry, thermal management design. LFP batteries tend to be more temperature sensitive than NMC in cold conditions. Vehicles without heat pumps experience larger consumption spikes. Aggressive acceleration increases voltage sag in cold cells. All of this is measurable, predictable, explainable. And once you understand the physics, range anxiety becomes a planning variable, not a fear. Your EV is not broken in winter. It is simply operating outside its chemical comfort zone. The real question is not, do EVs lose range in winter? The real question is, do you understand why? If you want real-world EV data, battery analysis, and zero-hype testing, subscribe to Evcarix. Electric cars. Real data. Zero hype.